Welcome back to the This Is Soul Skate Shop YouTube channel. Today we're talking about heel brakes. What's the heel brake all about? And when to use it or when to take it off? The short answer is, when you can do the T-brake, you no longer need it. The long answer is in this video. Want to learn how to do the T-brake? Then check out our video from last week where we learn you step by step how to do it. We make a new video every week on our YouTube channel, so subscribe and don't miss a video. In this video we're going to talk about brake compatibility, what type of skates come with the brake and what types don't, how the height changes the way the brake works, and how to actually use it. In the early 80s, some of the inline skates actually came with a toe stop instead of a heel stop, just like roller skates and figure skates have. This invention goes all the way back to the 1930s when the skates still had metal wheels. Some of the early inline skates also had a toe stop. In the 80s there was even an aftermarket toe stop that you could add on a skate like this, and it was mounted here and here, and it was just a little thingy to have a toe stop if you didn't have it. It was only later in the 80s that the heel brake became the standard. Some inline skates still have it at the front. These are the figure inline skates. I'd love to try some of those someday because you can do some cool stuff with the toe stop. You can like jump extra high, and I'd love to try them. Now let's talk about compatibility and mounting. Here's a box full of different mounting types of brakes. I'll show it to you. Every one of the brakes in this box has a totally different fit to the boot, and every model and every brand uses a different type. They're all different. There's the way the brake pad mounts to the brake housing, and it's also different for all brands except for Salomon and Rollerblade. They use the same ones. Luckily, there are more and more brands coming with a universal brake. These brakes use the two back wheels, and it slides over the frame like this, and it uses the two back axles to mount it with. Here's a skate. Oh. Here's a skate that comes with a brake like this. This is the FR skate. And a brake like this can be mounted on basically any type of inline skate. So if you are searching for a specific brake for a skate that you have, and we maybe don't have that specific brake for that specific model, then you can always put a universal brake on it. Some of the cheaper inline skates on the market come with a brake in the box, and the most expensive skates don't come with a brake in the box. This is kind of complicated because some of the best skates are actually also better for beginners. So it's not that as a beginner you need a skate with a brake in the box, because the boots of the better skates are also better for beginners. However, the brands who market those skates, they market it for better skaters because they're more likely to spend more money as well. And then they don't come with the brake because it's assumed that those people buying those skates can actually do the T-stop. We listed on our website which skates do come with the brake and which skates don't come with the brake, so that when you buy it you can actually see if there's already a brake included, and then if you need like a universal brake for it to add to your cart as well. So if you have a brake like this, you see that there's a certain angle between the back wheel and the brake pad. And the steeper this angle is, the steeper you have to put your foot, and the harder you can push it and the harder you can brake. So if the angle is really low, your feet are close to each other and you cannot brake this hard. This will of course change over time, because if you have a worn out brake, it's obviously a steeper angle. But there's also some brakes on the market, like the Power Slide hubs and the Tempest brake. They have a height adjustability to it, so that you can always have the brake pad at the height that you want it. So this is very beneficial if you want to have a certain amount of braking power. So this is all nice to know and all, Well, why use the heel brake in the first place? Because some skaters don't even use it. There are different ways of braking, and a good skater can do a lot of them. Different techniques can be used in different situations. So if you have the width, you might do the pizza point or the snowplow technique, because you need to go really wide with your legs. If you're narrow and you're going in a straight line, you can do either the heel brake or you're gonna do the T-stop. These two techniques are used in exactly the same situations. So they can actually replace each other. If you can do the T-stop, you no longer need the heel brake. And that's why people take them off. The biggest downside is that the heel brake just gets in the way when you do crossovers and other advanced techniques. So to summarize, there are loads of different heel brakes on the market, but luckily there's also universal ones. So there's always one that fits on your skate. But think about if you actually need it though. Learn the T-brake techniques and then you don't need the heel brake. But if you're a total beginner and you're just a little bit scared, the heel brake is very easy and accessible. So maybe if you're really beginning, just keep it on and stick with it until you learn the other techniques. You can also do some cool tricks with the heel brake. I saw an edit once of a guy who had a heel brake on both the skates, but he also mounted it on the toe. So he had two toe stops and the heel stop, and he was in the skate park doing some cool ski ollie type of tricks and slides that he could do with it. But I asked a lot of people and nobody could find this video. So please help me out. If you know about the video that I'm talking about, drop it in the comments, because I really want to share this video to the rest of the world and also watch it again myself. We make a video like this every week, so subscribe to the channel and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.